Well, I think it's probably best for us to stay busy. Yesterday was we had planned on practicing, but the weather got us, so we wound up getting a little work done with some meetings and a walkthrough for about an hour. And guys are pretty resilient. And then today, with the weather was so bad, it kind of took us a couple days to fix our stadium. So the Cardinals have been really gracious, and we're going to go up there and practice, get 3 practices in today and tomorrow up there at the Cardinals facility. So it's really fortunate, and it's probably good that we stay busy, driving up there, have some meetings, have practice, and then have a full day tomorrow. We're going to come back tomorrow after the afternoon practice and go as a team to the viewing, Zach's viewing, tomorrow evening, and then Friday we'll practice in the morning and then attend the services as a team that afternoon.
We're trying to kind of maintain a normal schedule, but as you imagine, it's kind of been a little difficult. At first, I didn't really want to be around the facility, and I mean his locker's 2 lockers down from mine. But then we had a couple team meetings. We talked out with Coach Rod, and there's been counselors if needed. But the more we've been around, I've kind of started to feel a little bit better about the situation, and then hopefully I'll be able to get some closure when we finish it through kind of on Friday and stuff like that.
Staying busy's helped. I think it's probably the hardest part is going to be when we go to the viewing and go through the services on Friday. And we've talked about it. There's a lot of people talking to our players and talked to the family a couple times. And we're in constant contact with Zach's family, to try to do what they want to do and try to accommodate them best we can.
Just knowing that one of your best friends is just never going to be there again for you, and just really never get to hang out with him, never get to see him. You really just cherish the moments that you ever had with him, and so just knowing that was just devastating.
I told the team this is not in the coaching manual. I mean, it's not something that we have experienced doing. So we'll figure it out together. I think I have a really tight group. I think the guys are close, and we're not shying away from talking about it, and we'll get through it as a team.
All I know with Zach, with the past couple of years, I've noticed an incredible difference from the kid he was to the man he is now. He matured so much and grew up in the last year and a half. And 2 days before he passed, he told me that was the best he'd ever felt. And that was actually the last time I talked to him.
He was great. He was a great friend. He was everything you would ask for out of one of your best friends and out of a roommate even.
As a coach, you love all your players. It's like I got 2 kids, and then somebody says, "Who's your favorite player?" It's like, who's your favorite kid? You love them as much as you can love them. But particularly the ones that were here when we first got here, guys didn't know us. Zach was already committed, and he wasn't sure he was going to stay with the new staff. And Coach and I, my line coach at the time, and the rest of us convinced him, hey, we want you to be here. And he stayed, and early in his career it was tough for him because there were a couple of times I wasn't happy with him and questioned whether he'd stay with the program. And in the last 2.5 years, it's been remarkable. How he's grown as a person, as a player. And I said a couple of days ago when he sat down just to talk for 45 minutes about everything, with a big smile on his face was as a coach. That's kind of a neat moment.
Yesterday we had a walkthrough, and I was definitely not doing so hot during the walkthrough. But during the meetings, meetings are fine. I'm usually fine once it starts. But I know a couple guys at class, it's hard for them because, in class sometimes your mind can wander, especially at practice too. You're sitting there after your pass rush rep and you wait for your time to come again. You have a little time to think. And you start thinking about things like, what if Zach was here? What would he be doing? So I think it's hard, but it's all right. You just got to push through it. Just remember the things that we loved about him.
The night before, we had dinner together in Bear Down. We were sitting with each other, just literally talking about life. Honestly, we were just talking about life, talking about how crazy it was that really me, Josh, Trey, and him were the only 4 left. And I'm just getting the chills right now because it's crazy that one instance you're talking to someone and you wake up the next morning and you know you're never going to talk to them again. It's terrible, and that's what it is, honestly.
You know, sometimes everybody has to handle it their own way. I want to be around the guys. And I think most of the guys want to be around each other, and so keeping busy has helped me. I can't speak for everybody else, but I think it helps the staff anyway, especially those of us that have been here 5 years and were part of when Zach was part of our first recruiting class. You know, I think we all kind of been staying busy. And we'll probably reflect more tomorrow and Friday, but we want to stay busy. We want to be there for our guys.